Trent Alexander-Arnold, bienvenidos! Welcome to the best club in the world. And you, my friend, have just made the best decision of your career. And the revolution at Real Madrid is fully underway. I told you guys that we were so shit last season that the club were going to respond this summer. Florentino Pérez took the last 9 months real personal. And you can tell by how we're operating in the window so far. We got a brand new manager in Xabi Alonso. We just signed Dean Howson and we announced him a few days ago. One of the best young center backs in the world. The future of Spain's defense. And now we've just unveiled and announced Trent Alexander-Arnold. And he's done his whole press conference. And we're going to get into it. Like I did with Xabi, like I did with Dean. It's about to get broken down like a kilo of cocaine. Narcos setting. The Sinaloa cartel is here. We got to look at every single comment that he made during his press conference, and we're going to analyze it. And I also saw that on Twitter, my man was speaking Spanish fluently. The Liverpool tears were phenomenal on the timeline. We're going to listen to him speaking Spanish because I made sure to not go through anything concerning Trent and his press conference because I wanted to react to it for the first time with you guys. But I'm seeing a lot of tears online. I'm in a lot of group chats. The Liverpool fans are crying. They're calling him a snake. They're calling him a rat. I mean, imagine being mad at somebody because they've bettered themselves and learned a second language. I don't understand why Liverpool fans are trying to force a rivalry with us. We don't rate you like that. You're known as that team, and you're in that city in England with the weird accents, and we slap you up in UCL finals. That's what I know about Liverpool. We're not rivals. If anything, Liverpool fans are the actual rats. Because look at how they're turning on a player who's been there since he was a kid. 6 years old. He spent 20 years at your club, came through the academy, established himself as one of the best right backs in the world. He is the best right back that your club has ever seen. And because he wants to go on to new pastures, it's an issue. It's not like he's joining Arsenal, Man City, Man United. The guy has left the country to join Real Madrid. And look at how you guys are treating him. Like he's a Judas or something. Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to be an amazing signing for Real Madrid. Xabi Alonso is going to make this guy look like prime David Beckham in his system. The way that he's going to be whipping those crosses into the box, the way that he's going to be scoring those free kicks, it's going to be phenomenal. And now that Carlo is not here, and we don't have to rely on individual brilliance and the power of friendship and the power of brotherhood, we're going to now have a system. You guys see the videos of Xabi Alonso in training? Oh my days, he's actually coaching the team. This is something that they haven't seen in about 6-7 years. It's actually crazy. But look, we got to get into it, right? He did his press conference. We're going to read through the transcript, see what he had to say, and see what questions he was asked. But I need you guys to get in the comments and let me know what you think about the press conference and what do you think about Trent heading to Real Madrid. Let's get it. So the first thing that I want to do before we get into reading the answers and the questions, I wanted to hear him speak Spanish because a lot of people have been making a big deal about this, and I just want to hear it for myself. I mean, I saw everybody. I woke up this morning, every group chat that I was in, damn near was on like 100+ messages about how Trent was speaking Spanish. So I was like, let's just play it and hear it for ourselves right here.
Buenas tardes a todos. Gracias tanto al presidente Florentino Pérez como al Club Real Madrid por esta oportunidad. Fichar por un club como Real Madrid no sucede todos los días. Es un sueño hecho realidad. Estoy muy feliz y orgulloso de estar aquí. Tengo muchas ganas de...
Now hold on, Trent sounding kind of fluent. So, while Liverpool were begging this man to sign a contract extension, he was over there on Duolingo. He was on Rosetta Stone. Hey, look, I've been taking Spanish since like the first grade. And I could barely speak it. You know what I'm saying? Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien. Mi amigo, arroz con pollo. But Trent sound like he been practicing Spanish for years. Nah, man. Him and Jude were definitely on the phone at night speaking Spanish to each other. W. Jude, by the way. Agent Jude. Come on. This is music to my ears. Scouser tears. Get in the cup so I can refresh myself.
Enseñarle mi juego a los madridistas. Pero soy consciente de que jugar por Real Madrid es una gran responsabilidad, pero estoy listo para darlo todo por el equipo y los madridistas. Tengo muchas ganas de enseñarle mi juego y ganar muchos títulos y ser campeón y crecer y disfrutar.
Nah, you know what? All jokes aside, we actually have to give Trent a lot of credit. Because do you know how nerve-wracking this has to be? Like, he fully gave a speech in Spanish. Gareth Bale, it took him like 8 years to say hola, to say gracias. Trent, day one, giving a whole speech. I know for sure that he surprised a lot of people that were in attendance for this. Because I did not think he was going to speak Spanish. I thought he was going to come, say hola, and say Hala Madrid, and then talk in English. I'm going to be real. So I'm very shocked at how well he's speaking right now. Like, all jokes aside, bro. Like, this is actually very impressive. And to do this in your first ever press conference for Real Madrid where you're being unveiled, where if you make a mistake, you know that you will get cooked online and you know people will make fun of you. Nah, I rate this.
Disfrutar con los mejores del mundo.
Look at the GOAT. Look at the GOAT! Florentino Pérez! My president! The greatest president to ever exist in sports history! My man is moving like a super villain, and I love it! Hold that!
Gracias y a la Madrid.
Hala Madrid! Yo, I'm gonna be real. Trent did a fantastic job because if it was me up there, I'd have been speaking like this. Hold on, let's go to YouTube real quick. I'd have been talking like Kevin Hart when he was trying to learn Spanish. Hold on, Kevin Hart, Spanish. Hold on, chat. Look, this would have been me.
Buenas noches, días. 7, 8. Me llamo Kevin y tú. ¿Dónde estaba? Como 7, 6.
Yeah, donde estaba? Nah, that would have been me. I ain't gonna even lie to you, chat. There is no way I'd have been able to speak like Trent did. But all jokes aside, right? I do want to get into the press conference because, like this is very important, right? A lot of people are going to be paying attention to everything that he has to say, especially me, because I'm very excited about this signing, right? We know that Trent is one of the best fullbacks in the world, but it's going to be so fun to see how he plays in La Liga, how he links up with these teammates, right? How he is going to be used by Xabi Alonso, right? We know that Trent on the ball going forward, phenomenal. Defensively, it's not the best. So the manager's going to have to put in a system that's going to be able to cover up his deficiencies. And I know that a lot of people like to talk shit about how Trent defensively is not the best, but let's not act like you need to be a monster defensively to succeed, right? Marcelo, one of the best left backs that I've ever seen in my life. He wasn't a 1v1 monster in defense. He was more so known for going forward, right? He was fantastic crossing the ball, overlapping, inverting in the final third. Dani Alves. I don't remember him being some defensive monster, but people rate him. So now why is it that when it comes to Trent, everybody wants to put so much focus on defense? He's not as bad as people want to make out. And for anybody that thinks he's shit, well, look, I'm glad that he's my player. If you don't rate him, then be happy with your right back, because my right back is the best in the world. He's better than Koundé. He's better than Hakimi. He's better than anybody else that you want to bring up. They're not talking to Trent. They've not done what Trent has done. Come on now. But let's get into it. So it says, the main quote, Alexander-Arnold, I want to be a part of this club's success. Okay, let's get into the questions. Expectations under Xabi Alonso. Oh my days. Yo, Trent is giving some long answers here. We saw Dean the other day was keeping it real short. Trent, this is like a paragraph, but we're going to read every single one. He says, I grew up as a Liverpool fan, doing amazing things with this manager. We've spoken a bit. It's good to have that communication. I told him that he was an idol of mine, and now being with him is a dream come true. He's had a big impact on the way I play. He did impossible things and influenced me in terms of training and working hard. I have him to thank for my high standards. We haven't been formally introduced, but we'll be able to talk about what he expects from me in the next few days. I'm not the only newcomer. He is too. It might take a while, but he has already proven how good he is as a coach. And as a player, I'm delighted. I'm going to soak up all the information he gives me. W answer for Trent. W answer for Trent. Let's keep it going. Opinions on Dani Carvajal. Well, look, Dani Carvajal is the former best fullback in the world. But the guy's coming off of a torn ACL. And who knows if he'll be able to reach the levels that he used to be at. So Dani Carvajal, more than likely, is going to be our number 2 right back. And he'll start some games and they'll rotate. But I expect Trent to start a majority of the games next season. Because in my opinion, Carvajal's going to only be here one more season. Let's not forget, Carvajal's contract was expiring this summer. But after he tore his ACL, the club gave him another year so that he doesn't leave on that kind of note. You know what I'm saying? W club. But he says he's a fantastic player. He's won many trophies and been a part of a very successful team. He's achieved a lot at the club and international level, and you don't get that without talent and hard work. I have a lot of respect for everything he's achieved. Ooh, chats with Bellingham. Yo, look, man like Agent Jude. Let me tell you something right now. Liverpool fans must hate Real Madrid. These guys wanted Xabi Alonso. He rejected them. They want Tchouaméni. He rejected them. They wanted Jude Bellingham. He rejected them. They wanted Camavinga. He rejected them. Brother, we take everybody that they're interested in. And then we go and then take their players. Thank you for Trent. Thank you, Liverpool, for developing him into the world-class player that we will now enjoy. W Liverpool, man. I love my feeder clubs. So, Agent Jude, let's see what the chats were with him. We've spoken about Liverpool and Real Madrid. He's the kind of player you want to have as a friend. I want to know what he's like. I've seen him play for the national team, and I also want to see him play for Real Madrid. They say he played an important role in bringing me here, but the club needs no introduction. It was a huge opportunity for me. You see, these players see the online narratives, right? Like, everybody's been saying that Jude recruited him, but Trent's saying, everybody's saying that I'm here because of Jude, but it's Real Madrid. Like, I don't really need much convincing to join this club. Playing at the Santiago Bernabéu, he says, to be honest, it's not something you can even dream of. It's beyond reality for many players. There are only a select few English players who have represented. That's true. It's not been that many English players. What is it? Like Laurie Cunningham, Steve McManaman, Michael Owen, then Gareth Bale, Jude, and then now, yeah, so Trent's he's the 6th Englishman to ever play for Real Madrid. That's actually crazy to think about it. Look, in my next life, I'll be the first American to play for Real Madrid's first team when I'm on the left wing in my next life. Don't worry. He says, when I was younger, I didn't think I would get here. I was focused on learning and playing as well as I could. Today is a very special moment, a dream come true for me. I am delighted. Okay, this is a good question. Because I remember Trent got a lot of stick when he brought up that he wants to, be a player that can win the Ballon d'Or. And a lot of Liverpool fans didn't like that answer. But if you look at the season before last, Dani Carvajal finished top 5 in Ballon d'Or voting as a right back because he had an amazing season. And if Trent can replicate what he did at Liverpool for us, then he can definitely reach the podium, 100%. But let's see what he says. I don't think it had any influence. Joining a club like this is enough. It's very exciting. I admire the players. I want to be a part of the team, and playing with them instead of against them will be good. Being at Liverpool for so long and everything we achieved, there was amazing things to come to an end, but it's been very emotional for me. I'm pleased with how I've performed and how the fans perceived it. Being able to speak with the players, the coach, and the owners has also been very helpful. Everything has been very welcoming and grateful for everything I've done. They've wished me well for the future and said I'm always welcome back at the club. It's incredible to hear those things. Now, being here with the new challenge is also very exciting. It's something that not many players get to experience. I'm very proud to be here. Okay. Position preference on the pitch. Well, why are we acting like Trent plays anywhere else but either right back or right wing back for Xabi Alonso? Maybe he inverts into the midfield at times, but I don't see Trent as a midfielder. I think we're stacked in that midfield. So the tactics would have to be him inverting or him overlapping. But Trent will either be our right back or right wing back, depending on what Xabi Alonso wants to do. So he says, I just want to play. It's the most important thing. Being a Real Madrid player is an achievement in itself. That's up to the coach. First, I have to train well and show what I can do. I'm here. I'm enjoying myself. It's an unbelievable day for me, my family, and friends. The work starts tomorrow for me. I'm looking forward to it. Yo, he's answering these questions really well. Okay. Decision-making process. He says, it wasn't a question of whether to go or not. I always knew that if I ever left Liverpool, it would be to join Real Madrid. That's cap. I definitely saw an interview of Trent saying that he does like Barcelona. So if Barcelona were to come in for him, maybe he would have went there. But too bad Barca are broke. Hold that. They can't afford to sign these world-class players, even on a free, okay? Go keep selling Spotify premium memberships, you bums. Anyways, he says, there came a time when I had to decide whether to leave or stay, and it wasn't easy. I'd been there for so long that it wasn't... Okay, you said it wasn't easy, brother. There comes a time when you have to make a decision, and for me, this was the right time. I've been lucky to play for the biggest team in England, and now I'm at the biggest in Spain. Both have won many trophies and dominated their leagues. It's an honor to represent both of them. At both clubs, you're expected to win and perform well. There are many similarities at Liverpool. You were expected to win trophies, and it's the same here. That's what's demanded of you. The fans are used to it, and we have to deliver. Trent, new name. Yeah, bro, Trent is no longer going to have Alexander-Arnold on the back of his kit. Hold on, let me try and find it. Trent 12. Hold on. Let me look. Yeah, so look, Trent's going to just be going by Trent on the back of his kit, and he's going to be wearing number 12. Don't forget, people, in La Liga, you cannot have any number above 25 if you're a first-team player. If you're from the academy, then I think you can only have up to, like, number 50 or something. But number 66 is not an option for Trent. I don't really like the rule. I think it's dumb. Players should be able to wear any number that they want. But that's the reality that we have right now. This shit is tough. Trent with just 12 on the back, he's rebranding himself. But let's get back to it. So he says, when I travel around Europe, my name is a bit problematic. With 3 names, people call me all sorts of things. I decided to make it easy and put Trent on my back, which is my first name. Fair? Yo, this is a lot of fucking questions. All right, hold on, chat. New teammates. I'm delighted to be playing with them rather than against them. They are world class. They're the kind of players you want to play and train with to become better. I'm going to be able to enjoy some great games. I'm sure we'll have some really good connect. Yo, this guy went from playing with decent players to now linking up with Valverde, Bellingham, Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Mbappe, Vinicius, Rodrigo, Dean Howson, Courtois. What an upgrade. Florentino Pérez, a club president who has won so many Champions Leagues and enjoyed such success. It's incredible how the club has grown under his guidance. I'm very grateful to him for giving me this opportunity and allowing me to join a fantastic club. I believe we can win many trophies together. I'm happy with the Spanish I've managed to learn. It's surprised a lot of people, but it was important for me to achieve that. I wanted to get off on the right foot and feel welcome. Nah, man, W Madrid. First memory of Real Madrid. A long time ago, I remember Beckham playing, and it was massive. I remember Cristiano's welcome at the club. It was amazing. He was the best player in the world, and look at the success they had. Real Madrid demands success. Yeah, look, my first memory of Real Madrid is them signing James Rodriguez. That's how I became a fan, because I thought he was the best player in the world after that 2014 World Cup. W. James, okay? But that's my first real memory of Real Madrid. Now, let's keep it going. It says, will he have more support in Spain than in England? Let me tell you something right now. Trent, I love you, brother, and I think you're going to do phenomenal. But you have to understand this. The way that Liverpool fans protected you is not going to be the same way that you get protected at Real Madrid. If you are getting cooked week in, week out, if you are not giving your all on the pitch, the white handkerchiefs will come out and you will be criticized accordingly. So you have to understand, Trent making this move is a massive risk for him. But let's see. Says, I haven't thought about it. I do what the coaches I've played with tell me to do. Everyone asks for different things, and I try to do what they ask of me as best as I can. I don't know if they'll appreciate me more. Whether people in the country appreciate me or not doesn't worry me that much. I want to help my teammates win trophies and be the best version of myself every day. If they don't like how I play, that's just the way it is. As long as the coach appreciates me, I am happy. Yeah. Now, trust me, you're not going to get as appreciated as you would have at Liverpool. I'm going to just be real. Like, you're from their academy. You're from Liverpool. You are one of their own. You would have gotten more support there, even through the tough times. But if you come here and if you succeed, you could become a legend at this club. And you can put your name next to some of the best fullbacks to ever play this game by coming to this club. So it's a massive risk for Trent, and I rate that he took that step. Involvement from set pieces. Yeah, I think Trent does have to be on set pieces in terms of corners and free kicks between him and Arda Güler, right? Depending on who's on the pitch. But yeah, like, Trent is definitely somebody that I think needs to be on these set pieces for sure. He says, I want to be important in every moment of the match. That's the mindset you need to have as a football player. You can't switch off. You have to influence the games with and without the ball. You have to be able to play at any moment and know what you have to do. Whatever the team and the match needs, whatever it takes to win. Difficult departure from Liverpool. Says, I was there for so long. The club gave me the opportunity to achieve all my dreams. I'm grateful to them and will always be with them. Having achieved everything I've accomplished at my age, I'm ready to move on. This opportunity came along and I took it. I think it's been a good decision. And then the last thing that he said, right? And then we'll get on out of here. It says, I spoke with Huijsen. We saw each other on holiday for a week. My signing has just been announced and I will meet most of the players tomorrow at training. I still have to pinch myself to see if this is really happening. I hope to get off on the right foot by winning a trophy. Look, Club World Cup, we will be there. Trust me, we're going to be winning that. It's a huge tournament, brand new format. I expect Real Madrid to be lifting that. And players like Trent, Dean Howson, and also a manager like Xabi Alonso will get us there. Let me know what you guys thought about Trent and him joining Real Madrid and this press conference. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Holla Madrid!